Day in, day out, Macedonian farmers drop off paper applications for subsidies at local agriculture offices. Applications that clerks at the National Payment Agency process electronically. Swift work for an agency created 3 years ago with help from the World Bank.
We have a lot of efforts done in this field, and now in a stage when we are expecting the realization or execution of contracts that were signed under IPARD program.
IPARD is a European Union program. The agency pays Macedonian farmers to invest in agriculture and to raise production so they can compete in regional markets and eventually in the EU. The former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia is one of the few countries in the region that has set up the institutional structure needed to access these funds. It's a bureaucracy that works. And in supporting farmers and helping to increase their incomes, the agency is doing much more than writing checks.
We are also establishing precise data on all agriculture producers or potential beneficiaries in Macedonia. And there are a lot of statistics about the production in many different fields.
Zlatko Georgievski has a small herd of dairy cows. To apply for funds, he had to prove ownership of his farm and the good health of his cows. No documents, no check.
Our farm will fulfill European standards in at most 3 to 4 years from now.
Subsidies aim to encourage small farmers to stick with farming instead of moving to the crowded capital to look for other work. It's keeping Zlatko on the farm. Agria isn't going anywhere. The company is a pork producer with 60 employees. It already meets a number of European standards, but needs an edge to be competitive. Its subsidy will help renovate these weaning sheds so piglets can grow faster in better conditions. Agria hopes to expand further. Statistics gathered through the agency help farmers better navigate outside markets.
Macedonia
noted a large decline in number of sheep and milking cows. Thanks to the intensive efforts of the Ministry of Agriculture and the Veterinary Directorate, we have managed to stop that declining trend and slowly increase the numbers of cattle. We are now in a situation where we have an increased production of dairy products, as well as an increased production and very successful export of young lambs to the European Union market, as well as to the countries in the region.
The country is working to standardize livestock vaccination, slaughtering, and other food production. A food safety campaign is underway for Macedonian consumers. Farmers also find help to package and market food to sell outside the country. A lot of farming here is still done by hand on small plots, and the overhaul of agriculture is just beginning. But efforts are already paying off.
In the first 6 months of 2010, Macedonia has 40% higher revenues from exports in comparison to the same 6 months the previous year.
As farmers spend more to mechanize and expand, their livelihoods will improve too.